Ooh La La is a fintech banking app that's really created two solutions to the banking problem. One, how do you become bankable? Usually cash-based consumers don't get a bank account because it's too expensive, $29 a month, check cashing fees, and all sorts of fees. Ooh La La literally created an infrastructure where they can load money easily by having peer-to-peer banking systems established. So imagine that you're calling an Uber. So in this case, you'll be calling someone that can help you actually load your cash money, and then you get a Visa card where you can actually be part of the formal economy. You can go into a hotel and actually register. You can pay your bills with a card and reduce all your fees. So that was one problem. The second problem is the credit problem. So how do you establish credit? Usually you have to get a car loan or a home loan. In our case, everything you do is a credit-worthy activity. You pay your bills, credit-worthy activity. You do remittance, credit-worthy activity. You just load money into your bank app, it's a credit-worthy activity. We track what you do and then identify whether you're good for a $50 loan, a $100 loan, or a $200 loan. And then what we did is we allowed businesses the ability to give you a microcredit offer, a $10 loan where you can go down to the local grocery store, buy your milk, buy your bread on credit, and when you pay it back, you actually get access to more cash credit lines. That's in essence what Ooh La La is. We decided to do an ICO because it gave everybody the opportunity to really be a part of what we believe the next billion-dollar company. Traditionally, you would have to be a hugely successful person to even have access to the up-and-coming companies before everybody even knows about it. The ICO gave us the ability to actually do two things. One, allow people that need the product to actually be involved with the company. But second, the ICO itself gives us a tokenized utility. See, Ooh La La stands for Universal Utility Loading Application. And what that means is when you load money, you're actually buying our tokens and you're transferring it to someone else and we're buying them back for a fee, a 25-cent fee. By doing an ICO, we get to use a smart contract that gives us triple accounting. We get to put everything in the blockchain that proves to creditors that you actually did the thing that we're saying you're going to do. So an ICO gives us the ability to do all that so we can actually monetize your activities to financial institutions so they can give you credit. We're right now at a we're actually doing a private round. We're not even at a pre-sale yet. So we're doing a private round. We started at 2 cents. We're now at 4 cents. We've raised close to $5 million. We're going to do a private round at $10 million. You do have to pass KYC, AML requirements under what we call a SAFT agreement here in the United States because we are based out of Ontario, California. So we are a US-based company that's doing the right things. Our attorney sits on the board of the FCC to regulate a lot of what's going on with cryptocurrency. So we're actually being legitimate, if you will, for lack of a better word, on the whole scenario. We're right now at the private rounds at 4 cents. We're going to do a public round or a pre-public round March 26th, and we're actually launching that at NASDAQ, where we're going to be featured in Times Square because we're one of the few Latino-focused companies out there in the marketplace. So the goal for Ooh La La was really to help the cash-based consumer. See, cryptocurrency was meant to do that, but it missed. Now it's $10,000 for just one Bitcoin. So the cash-based consumer making $500 a month, $1,000 a month cannot participate. Our goal is to really help the 600 million Latinos from here all the way down to Brazil to become more credit worthy. Think about it. There's people that don't exist in a database, don't exist in a financial structure. If we can help just 5% of the 600 million Latinos, we actually can bring $6 trillion into the marketplace. This is a sleeping giant that gets disrespected, that gets put down, that gets misunderstood constantly. We can rise these individuals, and by them rising little by little, we can actually get them into a situation where they can change their lives by getting car loans and home loans because they just don't exist right now in any traditional database. We will be the shining light to the Latino culture and to that revenue that they represent. So the key goal here is to use blockchain technology and a distributed ledger that can actually track what we're saying we're going to do. See, the problem with FICO scores and Equifax and all that is that it's set on one single server that holds all that information. Wells Fargo has already proven it, that they will lie, steal, and cheat accounts, and they will overdraft you constantly. So we don't want that. Blockchain technology and the decentralized ledger gives us an ability to really have multiple computers track the same transaction where no one can change that transaction and no one can say this didn't happen. So it really gives legitimacy to what your transactions are all about. In essence, the other way has already been proven that it fails. Wells Fargo has proven that it fails. Equifax has proven that it fails. Blockchain technology is a revolution to actually say this happened, and we don't need a large company to say it happened. It all depends on you and I. This is going to be a company that actually kickstarts millions of people's credit line, where we can have influence, we can have political influence, we can have actually financial influence, so that way we can go above and beyond what this demographic is seen as. We will have influence, and the only way to do that is to rise and make sure that people rise from a cash-based society that is not included in any database to a credit-worthy society that is included and is known.